Sacred Reflection, the Deliverance. Generational trauma and healing. Sometimes the demon is your demon, but when you face it with love, the demon becomes your deliverance. Welcome, beloveds. This is a bonus reflection from the Garden Sacred Talks. Tonight, we enter the Deliverance, a somatic prayer through shadow and bloodline. This is not just a story of horror, but of inheritance, of pain passed down until someone dares to face it. Every haunting begins with a memory that refuses to stay buried. Every deliverance begins when one soul decides the cycle ends here. Ebony Jackson's haunting begins not with a demon, but with denial. She moves her family into a new home, but the old wounds move with her. Poverty, addiction, shame, and the unspoken grief of generations. The demonic manifestations are mirrors, revealing what the bloodline has carried too long. This is awakening, when the unseen becomes impossible to ignore. The darkness doesn't enter the house, it's released from within it. Her story reminds us that what we refuse to heal in ourselves, we pass on to our children. As Ebony's son becomes possessed, the truth emerges. It's not the house that's haunted, it's the lineage. The spirit afflicting her children is the echo of her own pain. The demon is her demon. The basement confrontation, where she battles a version of herself, is the moment shadow becomes mirror. It is the soul's descent into its own depths, where prayer becomes surrender, and surrender becomes healing. To heal the bloodline, we must first face the pain we've inherited. This is the courage of every ancestor who ever whispered, "Let it end with me." When the priest fails, Ebony discovers the truth. Deliverance will not come from outside her. It must rise from within. She calls on Jesus not as a distant savior, but as the spark of divine power already alive within her own being. That is the true exorcism. We must stop begging for salvation from outside ourselves and awaken the divine force that lives inside us. This is integration, when faith becomes embodied and spirit moves through flesh as authority. Ebony's voice becomes the vessel. Her will becomes the altar. What once controlled her bloodline now bows before her awakening. By the end, the house, the physical symbol of generational bondage, is torn down. Her family returns to community, to faith, to one another. The haunting ceases not because the demon was destroyed, but because the pattern was transformed. This is wholeness, not escape, but restoration. A sacred return to peace after the storm. And so the spiral turns again, from parent to child, from wound to wisdom, from bondage to blessing. Healing the bloodline means teaching the next generation, not just how to survive the dark, but how to love through it, how to choose compassion, how to remember their power, how to call upon the light within themselves. The deliverance is not about fear. It's about faith reborn in the fire. It shows us that the demons we face are not proof of our damnation, but invitations to our divinity. The truest deliverance is not in casting out darkness, but in illuminating it, until it remembers its origin in the light. May you be the one who breaks the cycle. May your children inherit peace instead of pain. And may the divine within you rise again and again until every shadow becomes sacred.